Hi to everyone. This is Srinivas. Today my topic is about soya and soy-related products. Is soy consumption to human is good or bad? It is good for health or bad for health? One should avoid toxic chemicals that are used to produce different dairy-related products like soy. It is a GMO product, genetically modified product. It contains so many toxic chemicals like dioxin. It is a chemical that mimics the action of estrogen, which causes hormonal disturbances in human being after consumption. Far from being the perfect food, modern soy products contains anti-nutrients and toxins, and they interfere with the absorption of vitamins and minerals. So, if we take soy, it causes mineral imbalance, vitamin imbalances. The soybean was considered unfit to eat, so better to avoid soy. As a method of fixing nitrogen, the soybean did not serve as a food until the discovery of fermentation techniques. Sometimes during the Chow dynasty, the first soy foods were fermented products like tofu, natto, miso, and soy sauce. At a later date, possibly in the 2nd century BC, Chinese scientists discovered the puree of cooked soybeans could be precipitated with calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, plaster of Paris or Epsom salt, to make smooth, pale curd, tofu or bean curd. The use of fermented and precipitated soy products soon spread to other parts of the Orient, notably Japan and Indonesia. The Chinese didn't eat unfermented soybeans as they did other legumes such as lentils because the soybean contains large quantities of natural toxins or anti-nutrients. First among them are potent enzyme inhibitors that blocks the action of trypsin. Trypsin is a protein that converts proteins and other enzymes needed for protein digestion. These inhibitors are largely tightly folded proteins that are not completely deactivated during the ordinary cooking. They can produce serious gastric distress and reduced protein digestion and chronic deficiencies in amino acid uptake. In a test, animal diets high in trypsin inhibitor cause enlargement and pathological condition of the pancreas, including cancer. So, how to ferment soybean? They began to incorporate soy foods into their diet in precipitated products. Enzyme inhibitors concentrate in the soaking liquid rather than in curd. Thus, in tofu and bean curd, growth depressants are reduced in quantity but not completely eliminated. So, soy also contains goitrogens, substances that depress the thyroid function. Soybeans are high in phytic acids present in the bran or hull of all seeds. It is a substance that can block the uptake of essential minerals, calcium, magnesium, copper, iron, and especially zinc in the intestinal tract. Although not a household word, phytic acid has been extensively studied. There are literally hundreds of articles on the effects of phytic acid in the current scientific literature. Scientists are in general agreement that grain and legume-based diets high in phytates contributes to the widespread mineral deficiencies in the third world countries. And analysis shows that calcium and magnesium, iron and zinc are present in the plant foods eaten in these areas, but high phytate content of soy and grain Based diets prevents their absorption. The soy has one of the highest phytate levels of any grain or legume that has been studied, and the phytates in soy are highly resistant to normal phytate reducing techniques such as slow cooking. Only a long period of fermentation will significantly reduce the phytate content of soybeans. When precipitated, soy products like tofu are consumed with meat, the mineral blocking effects of the phytates are reduced. The Japanese traditionally eat a small amounts of tofu or miso as a part of a mineral-rich fish broth, followed by a serving of meat or fish. Vegetarian who consumes tofu and bean curd as a substitute for meat and dairy product risk severe mineral deficiencies. The results of calcium and magnesium and iron deficiencies are all known. Those of zinc are all less so. Zinc is called the intelligent mineral because it is needed for optimal development and functions of the brain and nervous system. It plays a role in protein synthesis and collagen formation. It is involved in the blood sugar control and mechanism and thus protects against diabetes. It is needed for a healthy reproductive system. Zinc is a key component in numerous vital enzymes and plays a role in the immune system. And the phytate found in soy products interfere with zinc absorption more completely than with other minerals. Zinc deficiency can cause spicy feeling that some vegetarians may mistake for the high of spiritual enlightenment. Acid washing in aluminum tanks leaches high levels of aluminum into the final products. The resultant cars are sprayed dried at high temperature to produce a high protein powder. A final indignity to the original soybean is a high temperature, high pressure extrusions, processing of soy protein isolate to produce texture vegetable protein. Much of the trypsin inhibitor content can be removed through high temperature processing, but not all. Trypsin inhibitor content of soy protein isolate can vary as much as fivefold. But high temperature processing has unfortunate side effects of so denaturing the proteins in soy that they are rendered largely ineffective. That's why animals on soy feed need lysine supplements for normal growth. Nitrates, which are potent carcinogens, are formed during spray drying, and toxins called lysinoline is formed during alkaline processing. Numerous artificial flavorings, particularly MSG, are added to soy protein isolate and texture vegetable protein product to mask their strong beany taste and to impart the flavor of meat. In feeding experiment, the use of soy increased requirements for vitamins, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin D, and B12, and created deficiency symptoms of calcium, magnesium, and manganese, molybdenum, copper, iron, and zinc. Phytic acid remaining in these soy products greatly inhibits zinc and iron absorption. Test animals fed with soy protein develop enlarged organs, particularly the pancreas and the thyroid gland, and increased deposition of fatty acids in the liver. So, even with the change to soy protein isolate, FDA bureaucrats engaged in rigorous approval process were forced to deal nimbly with concern about mineral blocking effects, enzyme inhibitors, goitrogenicity, endocrine disruption, reproductive problems, and increased allergic reactions from consumption of soy products. One of the strongest letters of protest came from Dr. John Sheehan and Dr. Daniel Deutsch. Government researchers at this isoflavones inhibit the synthesis of estradiol and steroid hormones. Reproductive problems Infertility, thyroid disease, and liver diseases due to dietary intake of isoflavones have been observed for several species of animals, including mice, cheetah, pigs, rats, and sheep. It is the isoflavone in soy that are said to have a favorable effect on post-menopausal symptoms, including hot flushes and protection from osteoporosis. So there are a lot of disturbances may happen in the human body after consumption of soy and soy related products, soy milk, soybeans, and meal maker. So think once again before consuming these soy and soy related products. Even fermented soy may possess some amount of xenoestrogens which mimic the estrogen activity. They may lead to cancer and different diseases and hormonal disturbances. So this is about soy and soy related products. Thank you everyone who are watching my video.